Do you think that The Lord of the Rings is too subtle? Then Hollywood and Blizzard and Legendary are hoping the new Warcraft movie is for you. But as we potentially enter a new video game movie renaissance like our current comic book movie renaissance, all us Marvel and DC fans are in for a new experience, not knowing what the heck is going on. Yes, for those of us who aren't also gamers, we'll get to see what it's like to discover one of these universes for the first time on the silver screen. Although, as someone who doesn't read The Hunger Games, I can assure you it still makes for a good time. And just like I have with The Hunger Games, today I'm going to give you a crash course in the world of Warcraft, or just Warcraft. This is actually my second time researching this world, as I've written 2 manga stories based on these games, available in volumes 2 and 5 in Tokyopop's Warcraft Legends series. Sadly, Tokyopop is out of business and the trades are out of print, but they're out there if you're so inclined to look. But it will be easy to find the Warcraft movie hitting theaters in March 2016. Duncan Jones, director of Moon and Source Code and son of David Bowie, will make his blockbuster debut, and apparently he likes a challenge, as he hasn't cast a single box office draw. Then again, Warcraft is supposed to be the star here and could make stars to some of its cast, yet that seems like it will take some magic indeed. Hollywood magic. Let's start with the Alliance, as they're humanoid characters. No elves cast yet, though, while the Horde will likely be mostly motion capture. But interestingly, like Marvel's upcoming Civil War, neither side will be presented as clearly right or clearly wrong, leaving it up to you to decide where your loyalties lie. So as you take in this cast list, think about who you'd like to stand beside. Now, as seasoned gamers will likely realize right away, Warcraft is telling the story of the First War. And anyone who knows anything about the First War knows Anduin Lothar. He'll be portrayed by Viking star and former model Travis Fimmel, and is said to be our main protagonist for the Alliance, i.e. we follow this guy. This human lives in the kingdom of Azeroth, simmer down Teen Titans fans, which is also sometimes called Stormwind, and he is a great warrior respected by his people, as he is the last of the Arathi bloodline, the first humans to found this current civilization. Within the game, Anduin Lothar is a very important and influential character, even beyond the First War, so get used to Fimmel's face, unless this whole movie flops. But great wars, be they first or last, are not fought by a single man, and this one will be no different. Dominic Cooper, who seems to alternate between playing royalty and young Howard Stark, will play human king Lane Wrynn. In the game, he's kind of a big deal, more the boss than the boss. But it seems this movie will try to flesh out his character, as his wife will finally be given a name. Ruth Negga will play Lady Tarja, his queen and most trusted advisor, but I bet he says that to all the ladies. And if you think Ben Foster is cool now, wait until you see him play Medivh. Medivh is also human, but he doesn't let that stop this childhood friend of future King Lane Wrynn from becoming Warcraft's most powerful wizard. If done right, he'll be Merlin, Gandalf, Harry Potter, and Loki, with Maleficent's showmanship all rolled into one. Any more information would be telling, but just keep an eye on Medivh. By the way, in High Elven his name means Keeper of Secrets. Then for now, the final member of the Alliance that has been revealed is Medivh's apprentice, Khadgar, who will be played by newcomer Ben Schnetzer. Khadgar will be a slow burn, likely becoming more important later on if we get some Warcraft sequels. So the Alliance sounds all Game of Thronesy, right? How can the Horde possibly be as cool? Hello? They're freaking orcs, and they eventually make allies with trolls, a race of minotaur-like beings called the Tauren, and the undead. Plus, they're very good at compromising, sometimes even when it comes to their morals and their souls. But if that's what it takes to survive, and maybe even win, when we meet the orcs in the Warcraft movie, they're just coming to Azeroth from the world of Draenor. Maybe the entire circumstances of their arrival will be revealed right away, maybe they won't. But there is one group of orcs more noble than the rest, which makes them outsiders. In the Warcraft movie, this Frostwolf clan is led by Chieftain Durotan, who here will be played or motion captured by Toby Kebbell, best known to date as Koba from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. As the Alliance and the Horde clash, he simply wants to save his family and his people. Robert Kaczynski, who briefly played Charlie Hunnam's brother and co-pilot in Pacific Rim, here will play Orgrim Doomhammer, who wields his own version of Mjolnir named, well, after him, or is he named after the hammer. This legendary orc weapon has never left Orgrim's bloodline. Will he be the last to wield it? If so, you might just be surprised and touched with where it ends up. Clancy Brown, aka the voice of animated Lex Luthor, plays Blackhand, aka the Destroyer, and he heads up the Blackrock clan. Think the Patton of orcs. Then there's Daniel Wu, a prolific and highly regarded multi-hyphenate in China. He's landed the plum role of Gul'dan, an orc wizard, orcs call them shamans, and he's just one of Warcraft's prime examples of how magic corrupts. Gul'dan may pretend to be merely an advisor, but he is a key player in the First War. Finally, last but certainly not least, there's the half-orc, half-human Garona, played by Paula Patton. This is a fantastic opportunity for Patton, as Garona would be a role likely played by sci-fi staple Zoe Saldana if she wasn't already playing the very similar Gamora, and you'll discover they share much more than their green skin. When the orcs come to Azeroth, Garona will find herself torn between her two people, with many powerful orcs and humans whispering in her pointy ear. But Garona is no mere pawn and another major player in the world of Warcraft. So do your allegiances align with the Alliance or the Horde? Warcraft fans, which character are you the most excited to see on the silver screen? Non-fans, which character have you discovered here today that intrigues you the most? And finally, does Warcraft the movie have any hope of taking on the mantle of the Lord of the Rings franchise? Be sure to share your thoughts down below. I'm Grace Randolph and this has been a Movie Bite. You can watch more right now.